Hello, passionate Celtic FC fans. This is Celtic Central News, your exclusive source for Celtic updates. Before we kick off, we appreciate the incredible support. If you love Celtic, subscribe now, hit like, and let's build this community together. Now, onto the latest news. A warm welcome to new subscribers. Your support is crucial. Hail, hail. The buzz around Celtic Park has been deafening these past few days, with whispers in the corridors finally finding a tangible form. Veljko Milosavljevic, the towering Serbian centre-back, has officially signed for the Hoops, and it's fair to say the Scottish Premiership will never be the same again. Rumors of this move had been swirling for weeks, with scouts spotted in Belgrade taking meticulous notes, analysts poring over every defensive metric, and fans speculating endlessly on social media, debating whether this young Serbian talent could fill the massive void left in Celtic's backline. Sources close to the club have hinted that the deal was far from simple, involving negotiations that stretched into late-night calls, urgent trips between Scotland and Serbia, and an agreement that reportedly saw Celtic part with a sum described by insiders as substantial, a clear indicator that the club believes in Milosavljevic's potential to become a cornerstone for years to come. The arrival of a defender of his stature is not merely a statement of intent, but a strategic move aimed at solidifying a defense that has often been the subject of scrutiny in recent campaigns. Celtic supporters have taken to forums, imagining how the team will look next season, while pundits can barely contain their intrigue, considering how Milosavljevic's style could transform the Hoops' approach to high-pressure games and set-piece battles, a crucial factor in both domestic and European ambitions, creating a palpable excitement that has gripped the city and beyond, with anticipation building towards the moment he first steps onto the hallowed turf of Celtic Park in the famous green and white hoops. Speculation around Milosavljevic's arrival had been rife with a mix of excitement and tension, as fans dissected every snippet of information leaking from the club, aware that securing a player of his caliber involved more than just financial muscle. It required vision, timing, and a degree of calculated risk that only a club with Celtic's ambitions could undertake. The Serbian defender, still in the early stages of what promises to be a remarkable career, has already shown glimpses of composure, aerial dominance, and tactical intelligence that have caught the eyes of multiple European scouts, and now, his talents will be tested in the cauldron of Scottish football, where physicality meets pace, and consistency is demanded week in, week out. Conversations among supporters have shifted from mere anticipation to tactical speculation, with debates about his potential partnerships in the backline, his adaptability to Brendan Rodgers' defensive schemes, and how he might cope with the intense scrutiny of playing for a club with passionate, sometimes unforgiving, fans. There's also the question of how the financial investment aligns with the club's broader strategy, whether Milosavljevic represents a long-term asset destined to be a bedrock of the defense, or if he is part of a calculated plan to inject immediate solidity while grooming him for leadership responsibilities. The narrative surrounding his arrival has been carefully curated, with the club highlighting his professionalism, work ethic, and the mentorship he is expected to receive from senior defenders, painting a picture of a seamless integration that could redefine defensive standards in the Premiership. Rumors continue to swirl about the exact figures involved, with insiders suggesting that the fee, while eye-watering, reflects a market increasingly driven by the need for defensive stability, and the excitement among fans is matched only by the cautious optimism expressed by pundits, who understand that the leap from Serbian football to the demanding Scottish top tier is significant, yet achievable, making Milosavljevic's debut one of the most anticipated events in Celtic's recent history. Talk of Milosavljevic's potential impact has ignited conversations beyond Celtic Park, reaching rival fans who are now analyzing every aspect of the signing with a mix of curiosity and concern, acknowledging that the Hoops may have secured a defensive asset capable of dominating aerial duels, reading the game with remarkable intelligence, and providing a calming presence that the team has occasionally lacked during high-stakes matches. Analysts have begun to compile highlight reels, dissecting his positioning, ability to intercept passes, and skill in building play from the back, emphasizing that this signing is more than just a response to previous defensive frailties. It's a strategic assertion of intent, signaling that Celtic aims to compete at the highest level not just domestically, but in European competitions as well. Social media platforms have erupted with fan-made montages, tactical diagrams, and comparisons to legendary defenders, as speculation continues over how Milosavljevic's presence might influence the team's formation, pressing style, and even the approach of attacking midfielders who often rely on defensive solidity to thrive. Reports indicate that training sessions are being tailored to integrate the young Serbian into a system that demands communication, anticipation, and leadership at every level, reinforcing the idea that Celtic views him as a foundational signing rather than a stopgap solution. The buzz has not only rejuvenated supporter morale, but has also sent ripples through the club's merchandising and marketing departments, with early teasers of jerseys featuring Milosavljevic already causing significant online traffic and pre-orders, an indication that the club is adept at leveraging both sporting and commercial potential from strategic acquisitions. The overarching narrative emerging from this signing is one of calculated ambition, signaling that Celtic is not content with incremental improvement, but seeks to redefine defensive benchmarks, challenging rivals and pundits alike to reassess the competitive landscape of Scottish football. As fans eagerly await his first appearance, the discussions have evolved into a broader contemplation of Celtic's evolving identity, resilience, and the managerial acumen necessary to harness Milosavljevic's strengths for sustained success. Rumors around his contractual terms have also contributed to the intrigue, with insiders hinting at performance-related clauses, bonus structures, and future sell-on percentages that underscore the sophistication of modern football negotiations, demonstrating that this is not merely a straightforward transfer, but a multidimensional agreement balancing immediate impact with long-term strategic value. Celtic, renowned for meticulous planning and player acquisitions, appears to have positioned itself to not only secure Milosavljevic's talents, but also to ensure that the club benefits financially should his development continue along the projected trajectory. Such careful structuring has sparked discussions about the evolving nature of football economics, where scouting, data analytics, and negotiation prowess intersect to create opportunities for clubs to invest wisely, secure promising talent, and maintain competitive advantages without jeopardizing financial stability. The Serbian defender's profile, including his discipline, adaptability, and tactical awareness, aligns perfectly with this vision, and insiders suggest that the club's hierarchy sees him as an integral piece in a larger puzzle designed to sustain Celtic's dominance domestically while progressively enhancing their European competitiveness. Fans have been particularly enthralled by anecdotes of his leadership qualities during previous campaigns, hinting at a maturity beyond his years that could serve as a guiding influence in the dressing room. Pundits have speculated about how his presence might alleviate pressure on goalkeepers, midfielders, and fellow defenders, allowing the team to operate with more cohesion, confidence, and strategic flexibility, and these discussions have only intensified the sense of anticipation and optimism surrounding his imminent debut. With preseason fast approaching, the narrative has shifted from speculation to expectation, with each training session, friendly match, and media interaction contributing to the mounting excitement, while rival clubs quietly acknowledge that Celtic has strengthened in a manner that may redefine the defensive landscape in Scotland. As the story continues to unfold, it's clear that Veljko Milosavljevic's arrival is more than a transfer. It's a statement, a calculated bet, and a source of endless debate, capturing the imagination of fans and analysts alike, and setting the stage for a season that promises to be memorable, unpredictable, and deeply compelling. Before we proceed, subscribe to our channel and enable notifications to receive all exclusive news about Celtic FC. Don't miss any details about your favorite team. It's extremely important for Celtic FC fans. The anticipation surrounding his first competitive appearance is reaching fever pitch, as supporters speculate whether he will immediately slot into the starting 11 or gradually integrate under the watchful eye of the manager, with tactical adjustments potentially required to maximize his strengths while maintaining team balance. Every detail, from his preferred foot to his passing range, defensive positioning, and ability to read fast-paced attacks, is being scrutinized, with fans dissecting video clips, previous match performances, and statistical analyses, attempting to predict how his inclusion will alter Celtic's dynamics. The media has caught wind of internal discussions hinting at a flexible role for Milosavljevic, possibly alternating between center-back and a more central defensive midfield position when required, highlighting his versatility and the strategic advantage this could provide in navigating a congested fixture schedule. Rumors also suggest that the coaching staff are tailoring bespoke training drills aimed at integrating him with existing defenders, fostering communication, synchronization, and shared understanding of defensive responsibilities, a critical factor in a team where cohesion often determines success. Meanwhile, fan forums, podcasts, and social media channels are overflowing with speculation, ranging from tactical forecasts to humorous memes and playful debates over whether MILOSAVLJEVIC could become the next defensive legend in Celtic folklore. These discussions underscore a broader fascination not merely with his footballing ability, but with the narrative of a club making bold moves to shape its future, capturing the imagination of supporters, journalists, and rival observers alike, creating a sense of shared excitement and curiosity that permeates every corner of the Celtic community. The drama, intrigue, and palpable expectation around MILOSAVLJEVIC's arrival have transformed a standard transfer announcement into a story that feels almost cinematic, with each day building momentum towards a moment fans hope will live long in memory, as they collectively ponder whether the Serbian defender is indeed the missing piece that will elevate Celtic to new heights. His reputation off the pitch has also fueled discussion, with reports emphasizing his professionalism, humility, and willingness to adapt to new environments, all qualities highly prized in a club with a strong cultural identity like Celtic. Rumors indicate that the player has engaged actively with community programs, language learning, and club traditions even before his official unveiling, signaling a maturity and awareness that suggest he could become a central figure not just on the field, but within the broader ethos of the club. These off-field qualities have been highlighted by pundits as indicators of his potential leadership trajectory, suggesting that MILOSAVLJEVIC could emerge as a figure around whom the team rallies, particularly in high-pressure situations, fostering resilience, unity, and strategic coherence. Conversations among supporters increasingly focus not merely on defensive metrics, but on his character, adaptability, and ability to inspire, highlighting a fascination with the holistic impact he might have on the squad. The interplay between his sporting attributes and personal qualities paints a picture of a player poised to make a meaningful, lasting contribution to Celtic, with discussions often extending into speculative narratives about potential captaincy in future campaigns, mentorship of younger talents, and his role in sustaining the club's legacy. Meanwhile, journalists have continued to dissect the timing of his acquisition, its alignment with previous strategic moves, and the message it sends to rivals and prospective signings, framing MILOSAVLJEVIC as both a tactical reinforcement and a symbol of the club's ambition. As the days tick down to his first competitive appearance, the combination of sporting promise, off-field professionalism, and strategic foresight has created an atmosphere charged with expectation, speculation, and a subtle undercurrent of drama, turning the arrival of Veljko MILOSAVLJEVIC into a story that feels far bigger than a mere signing, capturing the imagination of the footballing world and ensuring that every move he makes will be scrutinized, celebrated, and discussed at length. Rumors have even started to swirl about how his signing might trigger further moves in the transfer market, with insiders suggesting that Celtic's hierarchy is positioning itself to strengthen additional areas, leveraging the momentum generated by MILOSAVLJEVIC's arrival to attract complementary players and reinforce the squad depth necessary for a grueling season. Analysts have speculated that this could spark a domino effect, where the solidity he brings to the defense allows the manager to adopt a more expansive tactical approach elsewhere, giving attacking players freedom while maintaining a secure backline. Social media speculation often blends fact with fantasy, imagining MILOSAVLJEVIC's debut in crucial matches against rivals, European nights charged with tension, and the potential impact on title races, creating an almost cinematic narrative in which every fan has a role to play as storyteller, analyst, or advocate. Sources close to the club have hinted at a careful balance between managing hype and integrating him effectively, emphasizing that while anticipation is high, patience will be key to ensuring his transition is smooth and sustainable. Beyond the tactical and sporting considerations, discussions often touch on the psychological impact of his signing on the squad, with teammates reportedly inspired by his professionalism and presence, fostering an environment of accountability, resilience, and ambition that aligns with Celtic's overarching objectives. As the media, Fans and pundits continue to dissect every nuance, every training session, and every tactical adjustment. The narrative surrounding Veljko Milosavljevic has evolved from a simple signing into a rich, multi-layered story of strategy, anticipation, and intrigue, one that promises to dominate conversation and shape expectations for seasons to come, reinforcing the idea that Celtic is not merely participating in the transfer market, but actively defining its future through calculated, ambitious, and visionary decisions. Hello, fan. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, as it means a lot to Celtic FC. Also, share your opinion about the news in the comments below. See you in the next video.